Alright, here it is, Sunday, August 14th. These peppers have been in the ground months. I started these really early. I've been harvesting a ton. I need to harvest some more. A big, oh man, that might be my prettiest poblano. Like honestly, that's the first time I've seen this big beautiful one. So I'll reserve this one for chili relleno. I'm gonna pick everything mature. I have a lot of mature fruit on this one. Like look, this one's even turning red and brown. So those are the anchos. Oh, they're going to become anchos. Those are poblanos. I also have Anaheims that are in need of harvesting. So that's what we're doing this morning. I'm already sweating. It's only 9:30, but it's hot out here. Green tomatoes, big peppers. Let's do this. All right, I will just start on one side and work my way across. Start with the poblanos. Look how big those poblanos are. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And they just so easily pop right off the plant when they're ripe. You just pull them against, in the opposite direction of the stem, and they'll pop right off. Like, look at that poblano is already turning really beautiful red. I love the red color these turn. Wow. Look how gorgeous that is. Wowzers. Yeah, let's see. It's weird that some of the poblanos are pointy like that. That almost looks like an Anaheim, but it's definitely from the poblano. Those are beautiful peppers. The bag is already getting full. Some that were hiding a little bit deeper are way more ripe. That's okay. I'll dry those out for ancho powder. Maybe let's do some Anaheims. Look at these buttes. Come closer. If you garden, these reusable mesh bags are a lifesaving. They're amazing. Look how big some of these Anaheims are, and some of them are even starting to ripen by changing colors, even though they're not that big. But those are Anaheims turning brown and red. Big beautiful one. Look at all these big beautiful, but I can't even hold them all. How big they are. I love the smell of peppers too. And the longer I look at these bushes, the more peppers that I start to see. Eyes get used to it and they start appearing. It's just crazy how productive these are. And I've harvested from all of these plants. This is not my first by any means. This is the biggest haul, especially of Anaheims I've had so far. That's already 3 pounds of Anaheim peppers. So I'm picking right now to try to get another flush out of them. So I'm picking even small ones as long as they start to show some kind of ripening, because I don't want the plant to think it's reproducing. I want to remove that to keep it producing pods, even if it's small. Anaheims even will do that blistering and turning red, definitely turning ripe. Everything on the top right here, this is all Anaheim and this is poblano. And this little guy down here in the shade is shishito. But it is incredible. This might be one of the most productive plants I have just by number of pods. We've eaten shishitos a bunch of times and you can see this thing's covered in them. Lots of shishitos. I should pick those now. So without even digging back into the plant, there's already a handful of beautiful shishitos. And that's without even trying. Alright, good haul of shishito peppers. See, a lot of them are turning red. I didn't even realize some of them had ripened back there. It's okay, we'll eat those too. Have family coming over for dinner tonight. That's a good appetizer. Some peppers that are not ready to harvest, but noteworthy nonetheless. All of these habanadas. The beautiful peppers. How many of them there are. I mean, there's dozens and dozens and dozens. I'd say maybe even 100 between the two plants I have here. And there's the bees still pollinating my nasturtiums. Oh my goodness, like, look at all those habanadas. And there was one getting ripe. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a different one. See that orange one in there? That's a habanada getting ripe. Habanero without the spice. Paprika is probably my favorite thing to cook with in the kitchen as far as spices go. So I jumped on the opportunity to grow a couple different types. But now I'm a little bit regretting it. I mean, it's a super productive plant and they smell amazing, but I wish I would have dedicated my space to fresh pepper eating and not something that I can go. We have an amazing spice shop in town. So next year I don't think I'll be growing as many, if any, paprikas. See, this is the Lute Shower and this is the Magyar. They're both paprikas from Hungary, but this one's longer and skinnier, less heat. This one's shorter and fatter with more heat. Let me actually show you what I mean by how to harvest a pepper. So this is the pepper I want to harvest. See, I like the size. You can eat them at any size or any age. And see how the pepper stem comes over here and it hooks down. So it's pointing down. If I lift on this stem, if I grab the pepper and lift straight up, it's going the opposite direction of that, and that'll pop right off. I'm trying to do this one-handed. See, you just lift up. You just lift in the opposite direction of where that's pointing, and it'll pop right off in your hand. You don't need shears if you're careful. See, that one was hard to pull off when I was pulling it in the wrong direction, but it popped off right easily when I only pulled it the right direction. I just love listening to bees buzz in the garden. These nasturtiums are still alive and kicking. I have them all over my garden, and many spots are dead already, but this is a good angle to the sun. Different colors. I love it. Here's another noteworthy one that I wait to ripen to harvest. It's a jalapeno. It's lemon spice jalapeno, and yes, it looks droopy. This one's in a 7-gallon galvanized bucket, where the rest are in my raised bed on drip. So this one dries out quicker. So either way, I'm growing this lemon spice jalapeno for my wife because she loves cowgirl candy. And I thought the yellow ones would be cute for it. So I have a batch going. I can just add these to it. Piece of cake. Alright, the last pepper I want to show you is in a different area of the garden because I'm hoping that the seeds from this one grow true to form. So this is as far away from the other plot as I could get it in my garden. This one is Sugar Rush Stripy. So they're not mature yet, so you don't see the coloring, but you can see the beautiful shape. You can kind of guess that these are going to be spicy ones. Look how prolific it is. It's doing really, really well. Dozens and dozens. I had 2 big plants, but either gravity or critters or weather or something knocked down the one that's a little bit in front, so it's not near, it's like a quarter of productive as this one is here. So I was able to salvage some of it. But this is going to be a spicy one, and it's not serrated. What's the S word? It's striped. I forget. There's a fancy word for it. Variegated. That's the word, not SV. Variegated. So it's yellow and red stripes on this one. So these are going to be beautiful when they ripen. So that's why I want to be able to harvest the seeds, because these were actually really expensive seeds. These were like 75 cents or $1 a seed. And I bought a 10-pack, so it was an expensive 10-pack of seeds. I want to be able to harvest these seeds and grow the same pepper next year. Sugar Rush Striped. Check out this beautiful haul of chilies. Probably my single best day of chili harvest. I really did invest heavily into chilies this year. At least half my garden, no, at least a third of my garden is just chilies. So I was expecting this, but look how many. Maybe 4 pounds of Anaheims, maybe 3 pounds of poblanos, probably a pound of shishitos, then a handful of ripe lemon spice, Lute Shower paprika, and Magyar paprika. So these are drying. This is for cowgirl candy. This is for fresh eating tonight, just frying it with a little bit of oil and salt. These, I'm going to take the most big, beautiful ones and make chili relleno. Of both of them, I like chili relleno with Anaheim and poblano, and I love chili relleno. Then the rest of each are going to get roasted, chopped, and canned. All right, I'm pretty happy.